offense of attempted murder.
There may be official processes for requesting parole after a specific amount of incarceration time where life in prison is a conceivable sentence. This implies that a person who has been convicted may be eligible to serve the remainder of their sentence until they pass away outside of jail. So in this video, we are going to discuss top 3 teens in court reacting to life sentences. The video is going to be amazing, so make sure you stick to the end. Number 3. Dylan Shoemaker. A Springville teenager who fatally beat his girlfriend's 23-month-old son told a judge Friday that he did not intend to kill the toddler. Shoemaker previously testified he put a pillow on the back of Austin's head and punched it to stop him from crying and waking his baby brother. The March 19 attack occurred while he was babysitting Austin and Austin's 3-month-old brother. Shoemaker lived with his mother, along with Ashley Smith and her 2 sons, in his mother's home on Cochran Avenue. He was 16 at the time of the attack. Neither of the children was his. The judge called the trial testimony gut-wrenching. Witnesses described the attack and Austin's extensive head injuries that led to brain bleeding and the toddler's death. The judge said the last minutes of Austin's life must have been terrifying. He loved you, he trusted you, and you betrayed him, Baller said. Number 2. The Laughing Teenager. It was a shocking scene in a Washtenaw County courtroom. The teen who admitted to murdering Ann Arbor 18-year-old Jordan Klee sat smiling and nearly laughing as his victim's family members read impact statements before the court. "I've lost my only child, my son, my baby, my friend. More than that, I lost laughter and love. I no longer have the hope of having grandchildren," a family member read in court on behalf of the victim's grieving mother. Afterward, the defendant, 17-year-old Danta Wright, addressed the court saying, "I just want to tell y'all I'll be home soon. I love my family." Wright's attitude didn't sit well with the judge, who asked the prosecutors if the sentencing agreement was too lenient. "Watching you sit there, smile, laugh, shake your head like this was no big deal, I'm very tempted to just say, I'm not going to accept this sentencing agreement and we'll go to trial. And if you're convicted of felony murder, you'll go to prison for the rest of your life. That means you'll die there. That's what I'm tempted to do," said 22nd Circuit Court Judge David Swartz. Number 1. Jaleel Smith Riley breaks down in tears at sentencing.
As to count 4 for the offense of attempted murder.
Jaleel Smith Riley, 23, pleaded guilty on August 11 to aggravated murder and attempted murder, but decided to withdraw his plea against the advice of his attorneys. On Wednesday, Hamilton County Common Pleas Judge Charles Kubicki rejected Smith Riley's change of heart and sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole. After receiving his sentence, Smith Riley collapsed to the floor of Kubicki's courtroom. Police pulled Smith Riley to his feet and he then interrupted Kubicki. "So what does he get?" said Smith Riley, who was also sentenced to a consecutive prison term of 11 years for a related attempted murder charge. It was unclear who Smith Riley was referencing in the outburst. Smith Riley's counsel indicated to the court an appeal was likely but hadn't been filed yet. Officials say Smith Riley was one of 3 men involved in an armed robbery on the night of November 16, 2013 in Norwood. Portia Brooks and Aaron Martin were inside a parked car when court documents say Smith Riley approached and knocked on a window with a handgun. According to court documents, Smith Riley forced Martin out of the passenger side, went through his pockets, and then shot him in the head. Martin survived his injuries. Smith Riley, the documents say, then leaned into the car and fired 2 shots at Brooks as she sat. She died 3 days later. Norwood Police Lieutenant Tom Fallon said in an interview that in addition to pleading guilty, Smith Riley has confessed to the crime. Officials said 2 other men are suspected of being involved in the crime. 1. Randall Bird IE was killed in a September 2015 shooting near Muskegon, Michigan. The second, 23-year-old Joseph Foss, is in jail in Michigan and is charged with murder in the shooting that killed Bird. Let us know your opinion in the comment section below. This was all for today. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.